Hello everyone and welcome to Seasonal Watch. Today we're watching Icon. Episode 8, I believe. Now what happened last time? We had Chris and Finn chasing after Chelsea because she had I think it was the Two of Diamonds, which allowed her to tie hands together basically. And she did that to Chris and Finn, so they couldn't let go of each other's hand. Not even with Chris' ability of being immortal and cutting off his hand, it somehow grew back and reattached somehow. Don't really know the details because they kind of gloss over that for viewer's sake, I guess, just not see that happening, maybe. But yeah. And she called Chris like fake and empty, and he just accepted that. He like, yeah, that's who I am. I accepted that. And they kept chasing after her day after day until like 3 days passed and they still got nothing. So Chris had to resign and take Finn with him for this date. Well, this so-called date was his sister, who I don't remember, Michelle, I think was her name. And they went out with her, just enjoying the day and talking, and turns out they met up with Chelsea, who, seeing the situation, decided to go along with it. Initially, it was to get revenge on Chris and try to, like, get her to see another side of Chris, but he just kept blocking her off. Until one point she started to enjoy Michelle's company and the two of them had fun together. And just before she was about to leave, she started coughing up and falling to the ground. Chris took her back to the hospital where she had to take some emergency treatment, and he learned from them that she wasn't really feeling well enough to leave. She had actually kind of escaped to meet up with Chris and was hiding it from him. Chelsea and Finn were watching all this going on and seeing how emotionally damaged Chris is, and how he decided hey, if anything happens I can just put on another mask. Girl, I'm just empty like that. Chelsea saw a glimpse of a real him in there, and so she decided hey, at the end, when I decide not to need this anymore, I'll hand it over to you guys. And so we had Chris and Finn back at the bar, just enjoying the end of the day. And Chelsea's working there. She's now working as a live-in employee there, which is kind of contrary to what she was saying before, how she always changed jobs, lived out at other people's places to meet more people and find her soulmate that she's looking for. And it seemed like she's giving a chance here. Well, Chris, maybe. And now that's where we are. I don't really know what's gonna happen this episode. Maybe we are gonna focus on somebody, like we had this focus on Chris. We already had an episode focus on Wendy. No episode for VJ, so maybe at some point. Maybe we'll head into Finn's nightmare stuff, trauma. Maybe that's later. There's also Who's Who and the Klondike family. Are they gonna show up this episode? We'll have to see. As a reminder, this is a time reaction, which means you sync up your own version with mine and we'll watch it together. I'll try to add some scenes here and there, but don't expect it. Being said, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. What are you? Oh, yeah, that's Finn's nightmare. Okay, I thought we were gonna get this later, but okay. He did mention it in last episode, so he kind of gave the introduction to this. I'm very curious about this Black Knight. which I'm almost positive is a player. And the kids were just watching him have a nightmare. Anyways. 5 of hearts. It's very smooth. And then it picks up. Bop, bop. Fun Klondike there. And yeah, this part's really fun because the music picks up and it's showing all their abilities. It's really fun to see. Like, I do like the artistic choice for this opening. Like, we don't even see the sky, it's just red with that symbol on it. Or in this case, purple. I guess it wasn't red because of Chris there, because then he would be the same color as the background. And nobody's purple here. Oh, Mr. Apple again.
フィン君はいらっしゃいませ、アップル様。彼なら所用で有給を取っております。君には聞いてないよ。
Okay, then.
お客様、何か勘違いしてませんでしょうか。先日のあれはただの不可抗力と言いますか。だったら君はフィン君の何なのさ。
He's really curious, huh?
そうですね、私は彼の教育係で、例えるなら兄貴分ってところです。もういい、君なんか嫌いだ。
Does Apple play that way? Is his tribe, the person with him, a player? It seemed like he had the arts glove. Yeah, what's going on? He doesn't want to play.
見ない顔だな。最近来たのか。
ああ、あの子はサムと言ってね。
Yeah, he still needs to warm up.
ここにたどり着いた子はみんなそれぞれ事情がある。慣れるまで時間がかかるさ。
そうだな。お、リンジ、誕生日おめでと
う。Look at that. Is this Klondike? Yep. Is the one at the end the marble guy? It was like, was it Bill? I keep forgetting his name. This music, just the soundtrack. But yeah, those 3 guys over there are unfamiliar. Are they even players or just Klondike members?
もはやただのマフィアじゃない。力によって結ばれた真のファミリーってやつだ。
Sure.
今こそ世に示そう。クロンダイクの血の結束を。
Like
ファミリーに。
the soundtrack. I'm very curious what happened to him. I'm trying to remember what that guy's name. I cannot remember. A Flower of Truth? As Finn's gonna help them warm up to the others. Yeah, he's still going through that grief period. Yeah, the
そいつは
boy.
記憶も何もかも失っちまって、たった一人でサンフィールズに来た。肉親は交通事故で死んだってリンジーが言ってた。残されたのは大事そうに持っていたカ
All he
ー
had
ド
was
一
a
枚だ
card,
け。
huh?
ずっと一人ぼっちでこの世界は味気ねえと思ってた。
そのカードは君にとって大切なものだ。何があってもきっと手放しち
He
ゃいけな
hasn't
い。
changed much in the years, huh?
リンジーはいつも笑顔
Yeah,
でそばにいてくれた。
Help him warm up to the house. This was his family, so that's what he realized. Changed his whole view of things.
だからさ、リンジーはみんなの父さんで、サンフィールズの仲間は兄弟だ。
兄弟じゃない。パパとママがくれた本を取ろうとするやつは兄弟なんかじゃない。
I don't know. Siblings mess with each other a lot.
リンジーはこんなことも言ってた
You're just
ぜ。
saying that because you used to be
いいかい
a
どんなに
single
やられても
child.
やり返しちゃダメだ。それじゃあ君も彼らと同じ弱いやつになってしまう。
Okay.
でもね、
You know? What is the secret? Getting the box, getting something on the plank. Wonder what he hid there. Look at this.
じゃーん、新しいエプロン自分で稼いだ金で買ったんだぜ。リンジー、これからもよろしくな。来年も再来年もこの先ずっと俺をお祝いするからさ。
He is
こ
the
のサンフィールズで。
dad of the Sun Fields.
ありがとう。
What did he look like that? Like maybe this apron has a special meaning to him. That's right, there's that as well. Yeah, he's working on it legitimately.
受け取れないよ。入社したばかりでこんなに稼げるなんて。
Yeah, he is finding
何か危ない仕
suspicious.
事をしているんじゃないのか。
I'm
い
in.
や、
フィン、
Yes, a little
君が
dangerous.
サンフィールズを卒業した後もこうして顔を見せに来てくれるのは嬉しいよ。でも本当はね、 君が帰ってこない方が僕にとってはずっと嬉しいことなんだ。
I think he's talking like tied to the past, like be able to move forward on a new life. Oh, look at that. The girl now has to play the piano. Oh, look at Sam joining in. He's only 33. Wait, is that Mr. Marble? No? What? Yeah. I think that's it. Hey, be careful with that hand. Yeah. That's why he wasn't at that. Bobby, not Bill. Bobby. Close.
オールドメイドの老舗ブティックで仕立てたんだ。だよ。
That tongue. Oh.
フィンの同僚の方ですか？
I wouldn't say colleague.
わざわざすみません。
Hey.
リンジダメだ。プレイ。
He almost.
何しに来た。
決まってんだろうが。楽しい
Yeah, but
楽しい
poor
パ
April.
ーティーだよ。
Yeah, he's looking for the revenge. I don't know how he found out about this, but then again, it's a mafia. They might have. There are ways of finding out stuff. Yeah, he looked into it. So I guess he's really fueled by revenge to the point that he missed the family party. Wait. Oh, he's probably talking about the card they were looking for, like the lucky one, Lucky Roo or something like that. Because I was like, wait, how did they? So they did get your card, but then you use the marble stuff, Marble Rumble. Come on, man. This place
てめえ
doesn't
の
need
大事な
this.
場所も、てめえ自身も何もかもぶっ壊してやる。
Police is already not even getting chased, and yeah, he is burning the place down. He just took it head on. I'll give that to him. But look at that. Place is all burning down. Did he call the cops? Yeah, Sam's not here. Did Sam go like to the bedroom or like that secret stash? Oh. Yeah, I was waiting for this to happen once the fire came out. He's starting to. Hey. Look at that, the marbles just. Yeah, he went to the secret stash.
サム来るんだ。いいかサム、このハンカチで口元を押さえろ。直接煙を吸い込んじゃダメだぞ。
But I don't like that he's.
よし。
Okay. I was worried that since he was not looking back and just standing there, that he was going to be attacked. But okay. At least from the front. He seems to not mind this fire and the smoke. Yeah, look how hard. And he's leaving the book behind. Yeah, he's in trouble. And the result of the trauma that's coming up.
弱虫なスペードの人間どこまで逃げる気だ
And he's gonna turn that into marbles, most likely. Like, he waited to do it in front of them. Look at them. Trust family. Now that I think about it, there was also that part with Klondike talking about family, and this is family. Yeah, it's just the situation and location you chose didn't really help him. Yeah, there goes the book.
やられたらやり返すのは弱いやつだって。
そうかい。
俺は弱い。
でもね、
Yeah.
ずっとやられっぱなしは悔しいだろ。
Yeah, what is this part that he was saying?
5発弾切れそろそろ弾けろ
Oh, I guess he still needs to reload, even if
だ
he
から
has infinite
あんま
ammo.
りひどいやつなら思いっきりぶん殴ってやれ。
He's going bad enough to beat the living daylights out of him. Yeah. Like, don't fight back, but some situations you need to show some spirit, show some guts. That was a mean punch. He has 2 cards? Yeah. Where did those 2 cards come from? X-Handa. He's actually using 2 cards at once? A healing card? Oh, okay. What even was that?
全身に力がみなぎってくる
Maybe there's a reason why you shouldn't use 2 cards at once.
すげえよエクサンドってのはよ
X ハンド。
Oh. Like, going even more into that trauma. He's starting to turn into like a Logia now, instead of Paramecia. Yeah, definitely a Logia. Yeah, I don't really get what's going on with his ability right now, but wow, you can't even see anything around, just fire.
いろいろ調べたぜここに来る前にさてめえの家もこんな風に派手に燃え尽くした
He
ら
even
しい
knows
じゃ
about
ねえ
Finn's
か
past.
焼け崩れてボロボロになった後でてめえは見つかったんだってよ
Okay, he's done his research. Yeah. Just forcing that trigger on his trauma. Yeah, explodes together. He definitely doesn't not care about living. He just wants to have Finn suffer. Is that Leo? Did Leo show up? Like that's kind of a rocket? And he's burning up in flames. No, it wasn't. Wait. Isn't that the girl from the beginning? Like the beginning of the first episode that she could summon all those explosives on the wall and the missiles? I guess she can summon explosives. And she helped Finn from so far away too. I thought she was from the Klondike family. Because didn't they talk about Klondike family stealing the cards? Interesting. Like, just the last scene raised so many questions. Like, so interesting that the EDs basically all played inside cars. It's always kind of fun to see them all just jamming to the music. And there's also different outfits as well. Like the suits and their other casual outfits, I'd say. So then again, there's also Wendy's outfit, which I'm not sure that would be casual. And the change. Oh, okay, we got after credits.
よかった。みんなが無事で何も失わなくて。いや。
Yeah, I wouldn't say nothing was lost. The orphanage that he was trying so hard to save.
俺に嘘をついてたのか。え？思い出したよ。
Oh, you remember?
交通事故なんかじゃない。俺の家は。
Okay, so he saw the night and the house burn, but he didn't relate that to be his actual past. Up. And that was Absol. So, like, just the ending bits, there's so much to talk about just from that. And there's also the Absol. So, I guess we're gonna go backwards. Starting with Finn's past trauma, his nightmare, the house burning down, and the Black Knight, which we have seen before, but we correlated to his past while he was just seeing like it's just an image, just a trauma, just a nightmare really, and no correlation to his past. But then no, I remember now, it is my past. My parents were there even. So I always found strange how he called it a traffic accident and then he had that nightmare. But I guess just that he didn't remember, so never correlated the two. And Lindsey was the one that told him about the traffic accident. So it means Lindsey was hiding something of it from him. Huh. Interesting.
子供の頃に交通事故にあったみたいでさ。俺は奇跡的に助かったんだけど、そのショックで記憶がなくなったんだと。嫌な夢でさ、たまに見るんだ。黒い鎧のやつが襲ってきて、医者は事故のショックのせいだとかなんとか言ってた。
てめえの家もこんな風に派手に燃え尽くしたらしいじゃねえか。焼け崩れてボロボロになった後でてめえは見つかったんだってよ。
交通事故なんかじゃない。俺の家はあんな風に燃えて、俺の家族は黒い騎士に。
But yeah, this was all triggered seeing the orphanage on fire. Basically his old house on fire, with everyone having to evacuate and everything, which was triggering the memory related to the his old family home on fire. And like in some parts he even correlated Bobby to the Black Knight. Not to be confused with the Black Knight from Fire Emblem, but anyway, that one's larger, bulkier. So yeah, he was having all those visions because the fire triggered it, and then he started coming to his mind, and then he started seeing the knight instead of Bobby at some points. So that's also what helped him recover those memories, which I did talk about before, of the possibility of him recovering memories. So well, here it is. Now the interesting thing is that kind of like a missile saved him. That was from the woman from so far away, and I'm pretty sure that's the same one from the beginning of the story. The curious thing is that Detective Young was talking with Bond about how the Klondikes attacked the castle to try to take the cards. So, and that woman clearly had this suitcase with her. So, she part of the Klondike family, or maybe she used to be part of the Klondike family. If even so, like, why did she help Finn take out Bobby? Like, there's so many questions for that.
頼んだよアイリス。クロンダイクのために。
ティルと違う。私は戦う。あなたのために。
まさか侵入者の狙いは。あいつ子供？
オールカブーン。
秘密裏に次期国王の戴冠式のため宮殿にカードが集められた。お前らクロンダイクはその日を狙って宮殿を襲ったんだ。
So yeah, Bobby has come for revenge. He did not like having lost to a beginner, and once he fully recovered and everything, then again, Detective Young also did not help the case with his taunting and everything. So he left without telling the others, it seemed, as Bond had no idea why he wasn't there. The family dinner. But he researched on Finn to find out like when he's at his weakest and how to taunt him and everything. So he came into that party and caused a mess of things. He almost marbled Lindsey's head as well, if Finn hadn't called out to him. And the apron that Finn bought was just gone, as well as the book that Sam had. But yeah, he was just thirsting for revenge.
プレイマーブルランブル。集中だ集中だ集中だ。
お前をやったやつ素人のガキだったんだって。お先真っ暗だな。
あの隅っこのやつはどうして来ない？
風邪でもひいたのか、怪我でもしたのか、それともまた失敗でもしたのか。
なんでここに。
俺はさ、許せねえやつのこととことん調べて地獄の果てまで追いかけるタッチなんだよ。ボスからの信頼はガタ落ちでさ、最近じゃいつも俺に用意されるのは隅っこの末席だ。てめえに撃たれた肩がうずいてさ。そうだ、最高だ。もっと苦しみやがれ。そして何もかも終わりにして一緒に弾けようぜ。
But there's one part about this that really catches attention. X-Hand. So he used 2 cards. Now, don't remember what was his card in... Yeah, it was episode 1. In episode 1, he did show his card before. I would have to go back and see it to see if it was one of the 2 cards he had or if it was 2 brand new cards. Either way, he seemed to be using 2 cards at once. It possibly was one of those cards because he was still doing marble stuff. Just his body had turned to marble or something like that. And like I was saying during the episode, it kind of reminds me of a Logia fruit from One Piece. In contrary to his Marble Rumble ability, which was close to Paramecia. But yeah, with Logia, his body turned into that element. Finn would shoot his head and just a hole, it would just recover and everything using that marble stuff. His arm extending and everything. So yeah. But it seemed like his body was also going out of control with the markings and everything. So now, I think his name, was it Richard or Bernard? The name of the old man in the Old Maid Street. But he was explaining to Finn about how the players can only use 1 card. I wasn't sure if that was 1 card at a time or like only 1 card syncs up to them and they are the only ones able to use that card. But then we had Bobby using this X-Hand, which was 2 cards at once. It seemed to have that over output of energy, so maybe it's a reason of like should only use 1 card at once, and he was just using 2 out of madness and revenge.
こちらはエクスプレイングカードと呼ばれるものです。プレイヤーはただ1つのカードの力しか使えません。
コケにしやがって。2枚のカード。プレイエクサンダー。すげえよ。エクサンドってのはよ。エクスハンド。
So yeah, that really rate this ending half, maybe even ending third, just raised so many questions. But so that's really curious for the future, really. All the theories that can come up. So the rest of the episode, we had Finn trying to raise money to buy the Sun Fields. And Lindsey was questioning how he was able to get so much money at a new job like that. Like, is it dangerous? Is it legal? And Finn was like, no, not dangerous, no. Oh, now you saw how it is. But it doesn't really matter because the Sun Fields that you're trying to buy or that was gonna be sold, gone, burned up in flames. So I'm curious what's gonna happen there. And what about the kids? There were a bunch of kids, and as Lindsey put, he was still looking for homes for them. He hasn't found any yet, as far as I'm aware. So I'm curious what's gonna be happening here with them.
来月こそ期限までにお支払いしますので。
いえ、リンジー・ベッツさん、もうその必要はありませんから。この土地に大きなマンションを建てようと思いましてね。ですから春にはここを立ち退いてもらおうと考えています。この土地は私のものです。出ていくのが嫌なら金を持ってきてください。
リンジーがびっくりするくらい俺じゃんじゃん稼ぐからさ。そしたらもう何の心配もいらないよ。そんだけ金があったらここを立ち退かなくても次期正社員になってもっと稼げるようになる。そしたら土地を買い取ってサンフィールズはずっと続けられる。
受け取れないよ。入社したばかりでこんなに稼げるなんて、何か危ない仕事をしているんじゃないのか。
いや、
てめえの大事な場所もてめえ自身も何もかもぶっ壊してやる。
みんなが無事で何も失わなくて。いや、
失ったよ、何もかも。
And we got to see a glimpse of Finn's past when he joined Sunfields and Lindsey was taking care of him. So now he's passing on the baton and helping take care of Sam, like helping him do more at home, as Finn knows everything how Sam's feeling right now. The grief and just the anger when leaving his old home and coming here. But Finn's telling him the story how he was also distant like that and had all that trouble, yet Lindsey was still taking care of him, helping him out, until one day he saw this as his new family, and it just shone a whole new light into his world. And he was just telling Sam to try to do the same, even helping him out, just showing that secret stash and everything. But oh, it seemed like Sam did seem a bit closer to them, especially with Finn. So hey, it worked. Just not sure what's gonna happen now.
見ない顔だな。最近来たのか。
ああ、あの子はサムと言ってね。ここにたどり着いた子はみんなそれぞれ事情がある。慣れるまで時間がかかるさ。
俺フィン、ここの出身っていうかまあ家族みたいなもんかな。
違うよ、僕のパパとママはここにはいない。
そいつは記憶も何もかも失っちまってたった一人でサンフィールズに来た。肉親は交通事故で死んだってリンジーが言ってた。ずっと一人ぼっちでこの世界は味気ねえと思ってた。リンジーはいつも笑顔でそばにいてくれた。そうやってサンフィールズでずっと暮らしてある時気づいたんだ。これって家族じゃねって。じゃあもう一ついいことを教えてやる。
ハッピーバースデーディアリンジー。ハッピーバースデー
And before we end, I just want to mention that Mr. Apple, like in the beginning, not only is he showing up looking for Finn, but he seems very angry at Chris and curious about the relationship. So, is Mr. Apple interested in Finn? I mean, that would explain why he kept showing up after Finn and everything, and why he was so mad at Chris, but who knows? And how many episodes now has it been that Mr. Apple showed up? Like maybe 4 or 5? Very impressive. More than some characters even.
フィン君は。だったら君はフィン君の何なのさ。もういい、君なんか嫌いだ。
では市場お待ちしています。
うん、また明日。
いらっしゃいませアップルさん。
いやフィン君、お腹の調子は大丈夫？アップルさん、 こんなところで喧嘩かい？
いらっしゃいませ、アップル様。彼なら所用で有給を取っております。
君には聞いてないよ。
Yeah, I think that's all I got. So here's how things are gonna unravel now that we got a whole bunch of stuff thrown at us. Finn recovering his memory, Daryl showing up because she was far away, but showing up to us viewers. So the Sun Field Orphanage gone, so what's gonna happen to them? Like, there's so many questions, and I'm eager to see them next week because they better give us some answers. But yeah, that's all for this episode, and see you next time. Bye.